What about the maintenance of these pressurised systems? Well, it's essential that gaseous extinguishing systems are carefully maintained to ensure instant readiness when required. Routine maintenance is liable to be overlooked or given insufficient attention by the owner of the system. It is neglected to the peril of the lives of the occupants of the premises and at the risk of crippling financial loss to the facility comprising the critical infrastructure. It is usually the case of systems like these that they are out of sight and out of mind, as they are located in some plant room which only the maintenance contractor visits, if at all. Add to this the priceless nature of data and whether the special hazard, it might be a nuclear power station, an electrical distribution substation, a data centre, complex server rooms, libraries, museums or high-rise buildings, and these collectively provide the reader with some insights as to the critical needs of the gaseous extinguishing systems. Is it enough for a fire service contractor to inspect and maintain them every 6 months? Why are they not constantly monitored if they are expected to be constantly ready to actuate when needed? The importance of maintenance of these systems cannot be highly emphasised enough. Installation and maintenance should only be done by qualified personnel. Inspection, preferably by a third party, should include an evaluation that the extinguishing system continues to provide adequate protection for the risk. That's the protected zones, as well as rooms built for the room integrity, as this can change over time as they age or are modified. But as importantly, the gaseous system should be maintained not in just relation to itself, but in regard to the protected space in which it is extinguishing agents discharge on actuation. If that space cannot hold the agent on discharge, or its walls and bulkheads, or indeed its distribution pipework, cannot sustain the pressure of the gaseous agent on discharge, then the agent will disperse and the fire grow unimpeded. So why not constantly monitor the room integrity too? If it is accepted that maintenance of a system is fundamental to its future operation, it must also be understood that the calibration of the test equipment that enables its maintenance should be done to a standard too, and there is one. It's called ISO 17025. Why is it then that the fire industry accepts using testing equipment from manufacturers who say they only need to be calibrated every 5 or 10 years, when the BSA and ISO standard, the general requirements for the competence of testing and calibration labs standard, this standard specifies the system is calibrated every 6 to 12 months. At Rolls-Royce, the test cell for their Trent XWB engines are calibrated every 3 months. In the gas industry, customers are recommended to calibrate their detectors every 6 months, especially if they are using them in confined spaces, in order to ensure that they are maintaining their accuracy as per technical specifications. There are serious consequences if customers do not value the understanding of their tools or equipment, which unfortunately renders them at risk. But what about 5-year calibration certificates? On calibration and as a manufacturer of quality, we are clear that it is unsound, unsafe and unprofessional to compete on calibration just because some manufacturers are offering 5-year calibration certificates. We do not wish to contravene the ISO 17025, nor do we wish customers to believe that it is the manufacturer that dictates calibration standards, which is not the case. It is an international ISO standard, an obligation too. We are often asked about calibration. Why is it important? How often should it be done and why? The reason that we know calibration to be important and recommend its annual service is because our equipment is designed to improve safety and best practice, so ensuring the equipment is used to conduct the inspections is necessary. Now, the manufacturer's recommendations is based on clear-cut regulations. Under ISO 17025 standards, the calibration of any monitoring or measuring equipment must be at least once a year.